Hello musicians, welcome back. My name is Bucky Dirtle and I am doing a video tutorial today on the module called AS Bpm Clock. This is part of VCV Rack, which we've been doing lots of tutorials on, trying to cover lots of different open source modules that are available to us to make our music with. So Bpm Clock has a couple of unique features that I wanted to talk to you about today. We're going to talk about the layout of the clock, also the way that we can adjust time signatures. And we have outputs that are based on bars, beats, eighths, and sixteenths, which is very interesting. It's a unique, it looks like a unique thing, so I really like it. So let's have a look at it. So this is by AS Modules. Once again, this is open source, so make sure you go to the developer's website to show your support. Let's take a look at the layout first of all. At the top, you can see that we have beats per minute. And going from 40 to 250, which is normal for a typical metronome. So that's we can dial that in pretty easily. And I like that it's nice and bright. That's really clear and nice. I like that. Let's go down to the next layer. We have time signature. Now, I'm a musician myself, and when I play things, 90% of the time, it has a time signature. So it's nice to have a clock in here which adheres to our, the rules of metrics that we have in music. So I really like that. I don't just like pulses. I like to know where we are in a bar. So in here, I do find it sometimes a bit of a pain when we just have pulses and I don't know where we are. It's tough to find where we want beats to, where we want a bar to start or end or whatever. So this is nice. So this gives us an option to adjust our time signature. So if you're not really familiar with time signatures, you should do some reading on it because it's not complicated, but it would really help your life as a musician. So as our bottom, as our beat, we can call a half note, a quarter note, an eighth, a 16th, our beat. And that's good enough. Somebody might argue, oh, well, I want to have a one option. Really, I don't think we need that really. But it's nice to know. But anyway, for our beat, we can choose an eighth note as our beat, a quarter note, half note, and 16ths. So let's say we leave it at 4, a quarter note. And then we can choose how many beats per bar we want to have. And this is cool. This is really nice. So we can say 6/4, we can say 7/4, whatever you want, 5/4, 4/4, which is very common, of course. And if I hit go, it'll go through that. It will go through the 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you might look at it now and say, okay, Bucky, I don't understand. It's just giving a pulse. But when we move further down at the bottom of our module here, you'll see that we can take outs as a bar. Right here, we can take outs as a beat. We can take outs as 16ths and eighth notes down the bottom as well. So if we wanted to, what that will do is it will give us a pulse on the bar. So if you choose a bar of 4/4, then our pulse is going to come out once a bar. If you choose it on the beat, it'll come out every quarter note, every beat, and then it'll divide it. So that's really cool. That's really cool. I've had some projects in the past where I'm saying, I wish my clock allowed me to do that, and this clock does. So it's great to see. Very, very useful. We also have ins and outs as well, so we can take our clock out, and we can also trigger our reset with this guy here. And our reset can go in here to our in. And the reset will continue on out the other side. So we can out to another device. And so when the reset is hit on the clock here, it'll also pass out and you can reset on other devices, which is really convenient as well. Because if you want your clock to reset, you probably want your sequencer to reset too. You may. So that's a really convenient thing. So we can pass our trigger reset straight on through the clock onto somewhere else. So that's really cool. Let me hit go here. You can listen to something I'm running. Now this is not very loud, but what I did here, just for fun and games, I've got this going out and I'm going into steps, which is another really interesting module. I'm going to talk to you about in another tutorial, but you can see it just goes on out. Now if I take my, you can see here, this is in a bar 4/4 at 120, so you can see every time it hits the 1, it's going to fire off. I can have 16ths going out. I can have it on the beat. So now you can see every 4 pulses, it'll hit this guy because that's the bar out. You know, very convenient, very, very convenient. I like this a lot. I really do like this clock. I could see myself using this one a lot. So it's good stuff. So that's basically it for this clock. If you enjoyed this clock, you enjoyed this module, make sure you go to the developer's website and show your support, because it is open source and it's nice to be able to show your support for the developers so you can continue their good work. So thank you much for watching. Good luck in your music, and I will be seeing you next time.